Hey guys, please ignore the way I look. I just woke up. I gotta get this video done. Oh, so here we go. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth, and I do believe I found the secret to magical writing. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about hypnotic writing. Okay. What it is and how to use it in your fiction. So this all stems from when I saw the documentary, the Agatha Christie Code, a few weeks ago on Magellan TV. By the way, Magellan TV is pretty cool. It's all documentaries all the time. No, this video is not sponsored. I just dug it. Okay, moving on. But anyway, the Agatha Christie Code had been hyped to me for weeks, and after, the requisite 8 times of being told to watch the damn thing, I finally did. So, I watched it, and I thought about it. Now, the Agatha Christie Code discusses not only Agatha Christie's life, but her writing. It tries to answer the question, why was Agatha Christie such a bestseller? Well, it turns out she used something called hypnotic writing. Christie used certain words, phrases, and formats to essentially hypnotize her readers to read her work. And I thought to myself, figure out exactly how to use this, right? But this is not a movie review. Okay, although I do have to say that even though I like the documentary, I really wish they had focused more on Christie's writing than her life story. But what are you gonna do, right? Okay, coffee break time. But anyway, this is the first time I was hearing about hypnotic writing, right? I had heard of subliminal messaging and all that jazz, but hypnotic writing was a first for me. So I decided to research it because this girl loves research, and that's what I do. So anyway, in my searches, I found that hypnotic writing is indeed a thing. Now for the big question, okay. Well, how do you implement it in fiction? All right, I found all kinds of articles on hypnotic writing, but they were all geared towards ad copy and copywriting, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about writing actual fiction. So, guys, get away from my curtains. Sorry, the cats, I don't want them to tear the curtains down, right? So anyway, we don't want ad copy. We want to use it in fiction. So I tweaked the basics, and what I gathered from the Christie documentary, I applied these methods to fiction. So here we go for hypnotic writing. Number 1, make sure your book has an interesting title and a bitchin' cover. Okay. Never judge a book by its cover, right? No, wrong. Okay. Everyone, when looking for a new book to read, no matter where they're looking for books, online, bookstore, garage sale, whatever, picks up a book based on its cover and title. I do it. I know you do it. Everybody does it. Okay? If these things pique the interest of the reader, they will then flip that book over and read the back blurb. That's the goal of the title and cover, to make that person flip the book and read the back blurb. I do this, and that's just how it is, okay? Which leads me on to number 2, because number 1 and number 2 really go hand in hand, and this is all about format right now. This is not about the actual writing, it's about format. But on to number 2, have a back blurb that catches the reader but doesn't give too much away, okay? You know the movie trailers nowadays where they give all the key scenes in any given movie, all the best scenes, and by the time the trailer's over, it's a 2-minute trailer, right? You don't even really need to go and see the movie because they showed you the entire plot and all the best scenes in the trailer, right? Yeah, don't be like that, okay? Yeah. You want your reader to open the book and read it, right? You want them to buy the book. That That's the goal, right? Who cares if they read it, right? No, you want them to buy the book. But, you know, if you're really in it for the art, you do want them to read it too. But that's the only goal of the back blurb. Okay. I've seen so many book blurbs that give too much away, and they're more like, you know, the movie trailers of late, and it's just not good, because then, I mean, you know the whole story, so why bother reading it, and why bother buying it for that matter? So make your reader work for it. Make them open that cover, okay? And number 3, this is the most important. This is the most important tip, guys, because it actually gets into the writing. Okay, I need coffee for this one. I'm using my Wicked Awesome Tarot Reading coffee cup. Okay, prediction today, there will be tons of coffee. But anyway, the most important tip we're getting to right now, the actual writing of, you know, the hypnotic writing. I don't know. Anyway, use call to action language. I really need to follow my script. Sorry. Use call to action language. And we're still talking about fiction here. So, don't think I've switched gears into the advertising space, or no. I'm still talking about fiction, but still use call to action language, okay? And what that means, the phrase call to action, for me anyway, you know, fills my head with corporate accounts and stuffy non-creatives. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to write like that, right? But you do, okay? That is not what I'm talking about. Call to action language in writing uses words like imagine and wonder and suppose. Okay. For example, I'm saying a lot. Anyway, for example, Agatha Christie used the word imagine quite a bit in her writing, and they believe that that is part of what made her so successful. It kept the reader reading because the reader was given a specific directive to follow. Put call to action language, specific directives for your reader in at the beginning and end of each chapter of your book. You can use it even more often than that, at the beginning and end of each scene if you want. But don't let your reader know it's there. So use it sparingly, and it will keep your reader reading. It will move your reader along fluidly from scene to scene, chapter to chapter, from beginning to end. This is the goal, guys. Okay, keep your reader wanting more, and this is how you do it. Tell them what to do. Tell them to keep reading by saying, imagine this happened, or suppose that happened. What do you wonder about this? You don't have to write it in second person, but try to get in that type of language. And I will link some language websites down below, if I can find them, about what kind of words are directives to somebody else that you could use. So anyway, those are my tips for hypnotic writing. I hope you enjoyed. I hope they work for you. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to try it, okay? There's nearly no information on hypnotic writing for fiction. So I have linked the documentary, the Agatha Christie Code, down in the description below if you're interested in more about this topic. And how hypnotic writing translates to fiction. Yeah, sorry, my brain just clicked there for a second. But anyway, the documentary is really interesting. 5 stars, would recommend to friends. But that's it for me. If you want more of these types of videos, if they were helpful for you or entertaining or whatever, you know, make sure to like and subscribe down below. Also linked down below are my books, stories, and merch, so check that shit out, right? But that's it. All done. Happy Memorial Day.